Welcome to Pat's Picks. This is the Futures Trading Challenge. Thank you so much for coming by. Today is episode 10, I think. I want to apologize for not being as consistent as I would like to be. That's something I'm going to work towards, being a little bit more consistent as the school year starts. So thanks for bearing with me for these past couple weeks or so, or week, whatever it is. After this, I think another week in school's, back full in session. So after that, I'm going to try to make sure I get futures videos uploaded, hopefully every other day, and then, just try to keep them coming out so there isn't as big of a lag in between them. So again, thank you all so much for coming by. I greatly appreciate you. If you're new here, please subscribe and please hit that like button. It really helps out the channel. All right, here we go. So I'm trying to screen record it on a different computer today, so hopefully I don't have any technical difficulties. But first off, let's take a look at the Topstep website and kind of give you a brief lowdown on how this is going so far. So here's the practice account, and you can see right now the practice account is just barely over 50,000, so really only up $67. Nothing to brag about, that's for sure, but it is doing better than the live account. So let me just go over to the live account and get this going, and you can see right here, worst day $1,000, best day 500, which might have been today after fees. And man, I just got smoked a few times and almost had to reset the account. I think I was about $30 away from that. I traded the practice account for a couple days, just building up some confidence, working on, my strategy and how I want to go about it. And today I made a few good practice trades in a row. And after that, I said, you know what, I'm just going to take the chance, go over to the live account and just go for it. So prior to today, I've been trading one or two contracts at a time, maybe buying one and then adding. But today I decided I want to start trading 5 at a time, which is what I started doing yesterday in the practice account. You can make gains so much faster. I think it works better for me to lock in profits on a smaller time frame, just 4 to 6, 7 ticks, and you can make a huge amount of money. I think yesterday in my practice account, it was like a 7 or 8 tick move, and it was over $700. So, I mean, you do the math, $12.50 a move. Plus fees, of course, but I mean, that's just such a small move on SPY. It's really incredible. So I am just very determined, of course. After all this, I'm not going to let it defeat me. I choose life! Even if I had to reset, obviously it's not the end of the world, and I am so grateful that Topstep has this amazing discount going on. But anyway, scrolling down here, and you can kind of see how it's going. So I started off nice, up $300 that first day. And then after that, it was just downhill, and then kind of sideways, and then had a nice green day. And then, man, 2 days of just, look at that, right on the line. So I couldn't go below 48,312, and I went to 48,380. And really, I think while I was holding this trade today, I went below that. So one thing to note with this, if you're in Topstep or if this is something you're looking to do, when you reach that maximum threshold, that doesn't go into effect until the day is over. So if you pass that, so for this example, if I were to go below 48,312, which I did while I was holding the trade, that's okay. You just have to make sure to get it back above that by the end of the closing day. So that's something I didn't know the first time around, and it actually went below and to that reset level, and I was just like, man, I guess that's it. Had I known, I probably could have traded out of that situation and, not had to reset when I did. So just some of those things you learn along the way. But scrolling down here, and you can see average trade minus $5. This is just awful. But you learn the most from the red days. I know I certainly do. And if I was only making huge green trades, I wouldn't be learning much, that's for sure. And it would probably just set me up for bigger losses in the future. So I'm very grateful to be able to take these losses, in a prop firm challenge. It's not even my real money. And then from this point, passing the combine and then getting funded that $50,000 is just huge. Not having to trade with your own money is amazing. I've traded with accounts with $50,000 of my own money in it, and let me tell you, it is very stressful. Even if you're trading with $5,000 or $10,000, that's your real money. So it definitely takes some of the edge off, some of that stress for sure. But you can see here today, total contracts 16, total trades 4, and really I think I would have been good after just that first trade. Those three trades right there were me buying mini micros 3 times in a row and actually just taking small losses on each of those. So I should have just walked away after that one good trade, but I was like, I'm gonna give the micros a chance here, see if I can have a little bit more of a bigger win on the day. But ultimately, I just lost with it. And I think that's something I'm definitely noticing. I do so much better with the minis than the micros. The micros, I get eaten alive one at a time. Yeah, I think it's because it's such a small move. It moves up 2 ticks, and that's only $2.50. And it's like, man, let's keep it going. Whereas if you're buying 5 contracts of the minis at a time, 2 ticks is $125. And that's what I did with the practice account today. I took 3 trades, and we can go back over to that really quick. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see it, but scrolling down, you can see average win rate 74%, losing 107, winning $70. But that winning rate much better over here on that practice account. And a lot of that is probably just the emotions in it and me just over trading in the live account on those days where I start off red really quick and then I just kind of make baby steps up and dig out of it. That all those trades add up, and it makes it so that winning trade percentage is harder to move to that green side because you have to battle through all those red trades. So less is more most of the time, that's for sure. If I can only make 2-3 trades a day and make $1,000 trading futures, I mean that is quite the life to live. But you can see here total trades 3. All of them were green, and that really gave me the confidence to be like, I'm going to go over to my live account right now, and I'm going to take that chance, even though I'm $50 away from resetting it. I was feeling good, so that gave me the confidence. And then yesterday, you can see also I made 2 trades, both green. So really 5 green trades in a row is what helped me build up the confidence to go back over to the live account. So it is really cool having that option. There's days where you just kind of get eaten alive, you get beat up, you can be in your head, and it's so easy to lose those mental battles. So trading in a practice account, just kind of taking the emotion out of it, taking a deep breath, and then working on your strategy and really watching the charts, doing technical analysis. Things like that make such a huge difference. So moving on up here to the other screen, hopefully you guys can see it. If not, then this video is going to end short, and that's this is where it's going to cut. But if not, hey, then go me. But anyways, hopefully you can see here. This is the Micro E Mini, and you can see exactly how this all kind of went south for me today on the mini side. So you can see I bought 3 in a row, 1206, 1206, 1207, and they were all right around the same price. I think I averaged down a little bit, and then I got in at the same price on one of them. And then you can just see, 1213, so 7 minutes later, and then 20 minutes later or so, I got stopped out of that last trade. Minus 1250, minus 1250, minus 15. And that's what I'm talking about with the micros. It's like, man, just getting eaten alive. I have had some good trades with them, but for me it just works better trading the minis, taking that quick profit. And scrolling down on here, you can see how that played out with that today. So I got in at 1026. I bought 5 of them, and then I sold them 6 minutes later for $562. So, making $500 in 6 minutes, cannot complain about that. That's for sure. But also, this is what my current setup looks like. It's changed multiple times. One time I accidentally deleted it and I never saved that first layout, so I'm not even really sure how I feel about this layout right now, but it is working for me. When I'm making trades, I just use this over here, and then I don't know why it doesn't save this every day. You have to keep changing this. Wow, I think the screen recording just stopped. Hold on a second. Come on. Okay, I think it's working. I don't know. This might all be a big L, so thanks for hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate it. But you can see here is the mini versus the micro. And I know I've said this before, but if you're new here, just so you're aware, the micro, the moves are only $1.25. Versus the mini, the moves are $12.50. So much higher risk, but much higher reward. and it just works better for me, definitely, because you can see, if you're new to futures, you probably don't know how they work, like I didn't just not too long ago. But they move by ticks, it's not by the cent. So each little move like this, you can see it counting right there, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, oops, 1, 2 ticks, 3 ticks, 4 ticks, red tick, blue tick. I feel like Dr. Zeus out here, but you can see, and counting, trading by the ticks or counting by the ticks is definitely something I find myself doing more, and just kind of having that target of like, okay, I want to make, a 5 tick move right here, or my goal is to hit 4 ticks and then take profit quick. That's what's been working better for me the last couple days, trading the minis, especially with that, holding 5 at a time, and just having that tick goal, obviously based off of the current trends and overall technical analysis. But when you zoom in, really you're just looking for a small move. I mean, look at this move right here. From here down to here, that's 22 ticks. I mean, with 4 ticks and 5 contracts, that is, or how much is that? Let's see here. So I got in at 450 and 75, and I got out at 451 and 25. So bear with me here. 450 and 50, and I got out at 451.25.
Wait a second.
Okay, so man, I'm crazy. See, I'm still getting the hang of this, trying to get used to how it all looks. And I didn't even know I had the date and time on here until today, to be honest with you guys, because I haven't been doing that deep analysis like I do with the options where I draw the arrows. I've just been going off the straight time, but it is nice to know I can see the exact time and date. So when I go over these, obviously it'll make a little bit more sense for you guys. But you can see I got in at 4451 and 25. So that is right here. And then I got out at 4453 and 50 right here. So that was 9 ticks. That's a great move. $562.09 ticks. So cannot complain about that. But even if you're scalping, 1 tick is $62.50 just from, if you're holding 5 of these contracts. So that's a nice scalp. Just 1 move. That's crazy. 2 moves, $120, and just a tiny move like that. So that's the thing I'm kind of focusing on more, is just locking in those quick profits based on that tick levels, alongside, of course, the overall technical analysis of the market and what all the indicators are telling me. But anyways, I think that's about all I have for the day. Thank you all so much. Greatly appreciate you, and I hope you stay happy and healthy. I'll see you tomorrow.